I hear our intro music and I feel like I'm at like Van's Warp Tour.
Yes,
like that Good Charlotte.
Have you ever
play?
Did they get Vans Warp? Did they get Vans Warp Tours up in Earl, Canada?
We got a few. I saw it twice.
Ooh.
Once in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and in I think it was Saskatoon. And you know who played the one in Saskatchewan was Katy Perry. Was on like the smaller stage.
Interesting. I went in 06 to one in Cincinnati.
Okay,
it was pretty cool. I got to have a good time. Got to have a really good time. And then the next week I went to Ozfest in 1 week. That was a wild time in my life. But the whole time I was at Ozfest, they were making fun of Warp Tour kids, and all my friends were like, "Did you just go to a Warp Tour, loser?" And I was like, "Wow, some friends you are,
jerk."
Right? I was like, "You bums." But yes.
Like growing up, I had always wanted to go, and then I went in like 2005 because we went out to Calgary for Stampede, and Warp Tour happened to be there. So it's like, hell yeah, I was going to go. I wasn't going to miss it. Like Rise Against was there, Alkaline Trio, a whole bunch of other bands. So I went to that. I went by myself because none of my friends wanted to go. So I went, and like terrible sunburn, but I had a blast there. It was great.
I think one of the people I went with like couldn't handle the heat, was off to the side and didn't get to enjoy herself. And I was like, that sucks. I had a great time. I was in the front row for Under Oath, screaming in the mic with Spencer from Under Oath. Shout out. Spencer Love was the lead singer of Under Oath at one point. Nice. And that's how we actually met back in 06. And we locked eyes, we sang Under Oath songs, and then we went on our merry ways to come back years later and be reunited at Love Wrestling. Full circle stuff right there, dude.
Full circle like a mosh pit.
No, a circle pit. That's the reason I got to be in the front row for Under Oath, is because as I lay dying, shout out Butch, the Butcher, they had a pit open up that took over both stages, and I ended up getting pushed somehow to the front. And it just worked out. It was crazy.
Why shout out the Butcher?
Butcher and the Blade? The Blade. Which one was in As I Lay Dying?
I don't think either of the.
That's not true.
Well,
that's not true. Dude, Google it right now. The Butcher was in As I Lay Dying or some pop. Every Time I Die, maybe?
I think it's that, yeah.
One of those. Okay, I'm old now, and all those bands, some of those bands that I wasn't super fond of meld together, and those, he was in
Every
one
Time
of the.
I Die. Every Time I Die.
Okay, close enough. As I Lay Dying, Every Time I Die, it's all the same. There's die in the title. Whatever, man.
I mean, to be fair, during Tidbits, there's a Butcher graphic, so this is like it's perfect.
Yeah, it's in my mind's eye. I remember him being in a hardcore band. He's probably played a couple Warped Tours. If he's available, we'd love to have him on for Exposure to talk about his hardcore playing days and Warped Tour. So Butcher, if you're listening, sup brah, come on the show. Let's chat. Let's chop it up, as the kids say, and Butchers also say that. So
Butchers do chop it up. So that's perfect.
So Butcher, let's chop it up and talk about Warped Tours.
When I was like 18, 19, there was two like concert tours I always wanted to go to, and we'll get to wrestling right away. I'm sorry for all this music talk.
Maybe we might.
I wanted to go to the Up in Smoke tour with Snoop.
Oh, yes.
And
Exhibit.
Yeah, and the Summer Sanitarium tour that like Limp Bizkit was on back in the day.
Yes, I would have loved to go to an Up in Smoke tour. I loved me some hip hop, and then Family Values tour. I ain't gonna lie, was kind of the first real like tour thing, festival thing that I knew about growing up. And then no, but I wasn't old enough in '98 to say go to a Family Values tour by myself. But I got to watch it on MTV back when MTV used to play music. They would play those shows like in maybe not live, but and I was a big Korn guy. Limp Bizkit was my jam in middle school.
when Woodstock 99 was on, I remember Much Music had like all day coverage of it. Like it wouldn't be live, but they'd play, like, clips and stuff like that. And I remember watching like the Limp Bizkit stuff there. And I was like, this is so cool. He's riding panels of wood. And then
you watch the documentaries and you go, that was not cool.
That is not cool at all.
No. I kid you not. I stumbled across the documentary series on Netflix, and HBO has one too.
Yeah.
So I spent an entire day watching this, and then I spent countless days after reading articles and finding other podcasts. I became obsessed with how that happened. How does that even happen?
You were just fixated on it.
I was. Asked Mrs. Pluggo. She was like, dude, shut up. Like,
you know, like the Charlie Day clip from It's Always Sunny where he's got like the board with all the papers and everything. That's you, but Woodstock 99.
That's me with Woodstock 99 or just anything else. Like if I love something like wrestling, I dive like into it head first and like all the stuff and just try to consume as much of it as possible. This is stuck longer than most things, so who knows when the day will come where I just go, I don't know, wrestling, what's that? I don't know.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Shout out Short Keeks. I guess we should tell the fans this is absolutely 1000% recorded because I am busy on this particular block right here, but we didn't want to miss a beat. So our normal LPW coverage will probably be next week. Mm-hmm. Because the show is going on yesterday and we're not talking, you know what I'm saying? We haven't seen it yet. It hasn't happened in this space time continuum.
Wait, we could be like, man, that match was incredible.
That match was insanity.
LPW 29 was off the hook.
Yeah. Which it usually is.
Yeah, it is.
They usually are.
Always.
So we will definitely do some more stuff with it next week. We're just going to, because there's a lot of stuff to talk about in the world of professional independent wrestling. Mm-hmm. And we didn't want to miss out, and we didn't want to go live on Sunday and miss all the good stuff that's happening today.
Sunday is the Lord's Day, so
well, Sunday is going to be my recuperation day. I'm going paintballing with my oldest for his birthday, and I've never gone paintballing in my life, and people are telling me I'm going to die.
You're going to get lit up so bad.
Dude, those teenage kids are going to just destroy me.
You got to get like some.
And the worst part about it is I got to drive up there separate, solo, because he's bringing all his buddies. So they're driving with, you know, and I'm going to just meet him up there. So I'm going to have to lick my wounds and drive back by myself. And I'm just going to be like, why did he shoot me in the face? I thought he loved me. It's going to be a scene. I'm going to be like, oh.
Like the action movies, it's like,
I'm going to be like, tell Blair, skeet, skeet, skeet. Tell Blair I'm fully torqued, and then just die. Anyway, we should, before we get too crazy on this.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Fine Saturday morning.
We got some previews. There's a GCW show tonight that we're going to be taking a look at. But let's make no mistake, GCW was in the news last week because, well, one, the disappearance of Nick Gage, where I don't think they ever said what happened, but he wasn't at the shows. But then the emergence of John Bradshaw Layfield in a GCW.
I thought you were going to say John Cena.
The
emergence of John Cena. Yeah, JBL, what's going on here? What's this indie stuff? He's buying stakes in Mexico and promotions down there. What's going on here?
Like, it's we did a review of ECW One Night Stand for the Great Maker podcast, and like JBL was like front and center there because
he was.
It's JBL. So like seeing him there and like his anti like ECW-ness, and then like having him show up in like GCW, and you're like, Man, you're just reaching for those dollars, aren't you?
Like, I thought, to be completely honest, I was at a point in our careers where like the JBL chatter would be at like a minimum murmur at best.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, nope. He's like, I'm still relevant. I'm still doing stuff.
Okay, now like the past few months with GCW, I mean, we saw JBL, we saw Raj Desi, the former Jinder Mahal. We've seen Elias on the Indies, and Reggie showed up in GCW, but Reggie's been able to like actually like it seems like he's clicking in there, like he's actually shown up more than just once. Now, how far are we going? Like, when does it get to a point where a wrestler shows up in GCW and it's just like almost irrelevant? Because I feel like we're pushing those limits with like JBL showing up.
Right? Where they're jumping the shark.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, you had us with Jarrett and Effie, that's fun, and then it's JBL, and it's like, all right. I don't know, because I don't know where the line is, because that is one of the good things about wrestling, and maybe some people think it's not, but like that anybody could show up at any time, and there's still some value there. But I just don't know what JBL brings to a GCW arena. Yeah. I just don't know. I mean, maybe they can prove me wrong. Maybe it'll be something that's pretty awesome, and I'm like, oh crap, that was cool. But it remains to be seen, because on the surface level, you go, JBL and GCW, huh? Mm-hmm. What? Like, that's how I felt with Jeff Jarrett. But I'm also not a Jeff Jarrett guy. So
you are.
Anytime I hear Jeff Jarrett, I just go, okay.
Yeah. Like fully, like everyone knows I'm, if I could, I'd live on planet Jarrett if I could. So
I know you would.
Yeah, but
sun's out, guns out on planet Jarrett.
Yeah, fucking just jacked up. But like, okay, so
speaking of banger alert, woo, oh, wow, I can't do that. I have to go like that, and then it's not rated PG anymore.
Jarrett showing up in GCW was like, okay, that seemed like, I don't want to say a stretch, but it was like, okay, let's see what he can do, and he made his
turned out pretty good.
It did. But like, say, like the Raj Desi appearance, you're almost waiting for more out of that. Excuse me. The one thing I'm wondering, like, both these guys, they show up, they're feuding with Effie right off the bat. I wonder if we're going to get some sort of trios invasion type thing with them, like where they bring someone else in and we get the three former WWE guys against like Thrussie or something like that, which like could work. But if you're just bringing in JBL to give Effie lariats, well, like that doesn't work for me, brother.
Maybe Effie is the one who's like, bring me JBL, Brent, bring him to me. Give me Jarrett. Do it. I want it. Let's make it happen.
Maybe
this is just like Effie's like in his mind. He's like, it'd be fun just running through like late 90s, early 2000s, like former WWE stars, and just like maybe maybe he's the mastermind behind all of this, and we're all just thinking like Brett's lost his mind, but really it's Effie going, you want to keep me? Bring me JBL.
You know what? I'll believe
I don't know.
this.
I don't know.
I'll believe this when Orlando Jordan shows up.
Oh, if Orlando Jordan shows up at a GCW arena, I will go crazy. Not in a bad way. God, he still got it.
Oh,
he comes out. He comes out and just goes and leaves. Because that's all he did at ECW one night stand.
He's just making his mark
on the close your mouth at some point. Some flies will get in there because you're just. He didn't shut his mouth for 3 hours.
No, he was enthralled. Man,
that's got to get dry in there. Liquid lip, you know what I'm saying?
Mouth needs to be misted.
Yes. You just see like JBL's like, I got you. He's like, Eric told me not to close my mouth for 3.5 hours.
I wonder if there is some sort of like, I mean, there has to be to an extent, but like some sort of like GCW, WWE, I don't want to say partnership, but like maybe like some sort of like
Well, how much is JBL involved in WWE these days? Is he in a Legends deal? And then whatever, I don't know 100%. I should do more research. I should be more professional. But like the stakes he bought in the Mexican promotion, is that going to become a partnership GCW? Are they going to maybe partner up and do some stuff with the luchadors there? Because they do have a history of bringing in some good luchador talent for GCW. Maybe this is just another way to do it. And JBL's like, yeah, we can work together. Here's a good way to like get my guys introduced. The invasion angle, if you wanted, he could bring in. Again, I wish on the name of the promotion, but
there's
who
potential.
Knows? Yeah, I don't know, but anything is possible.
It'll be interesting to see if he won't be able to show up tonight because he's going to be appearing at OVW, which we'll be talking about later because why not? It's OVW.
Yeah, OVW.
They got a big show coming up that I think they've sold 300 tickets for us. So
is that unfortunately the venue that holds like 15,000?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think that show's tonight.
No. Okay.
I'll take a look though.
Listen, I don't like poking fun at stuff like that because I want every wrestling promotion to be successful because more wrestling's good for everybody and nice on the product. But like, how do you miss the mark that bad?
That's a big one.
Like if that's true, I thought I saw a graphic from like a Brandon Thurston or something where OVW booked the 15,000 seat and it's only sold about 500 tickets, and they're also running against another show that night
because it's in New York, right?
I don't know. I don't watch a ton of OV dubs.
Okay. Okay. So it's the show. Okay, the show is there's an OVW show tomorrow or tonight. It is a 2,500 seat venue, and they've sold 900 tickets. So
500 seats. That's not bad.
That's not terrible. There's 1,600.
It's not terrible.
No. So it's they're getting there. I'm just trying to find the big show that they're doing, and I apologize for not having these numbers.
I would just love to I find things like that fascinating. Like you're going to start a promotion or you are a promotion and you want to run a venue. How do you determine what size venue do you want to run? How do you know? Like famously when the first All In happened, they had the dream of selling out 10,000 seats. How did they actually know they would hit that number? They didn't, right? They were hoping they would. How do you know that you're going to hit like Wembley or just I'm going to run I want to run a local show. I need 3,000 seats and I hope I hit, how do you know you're going to hit that? What if you don't hit, you know what I mean? What's the loss if you only sell like half of that?
So I think originally, going back to July, I just took a look, and the setup for this OVW show that's about to happen was originally 6,500. So they took down 2/3 of the seats.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's the same.
Well, I hope they hit the 65. I really do.
I hope they get $2,000 in there and just run with that because you want to see people succeed, even if it's OVW.
That's what everybody.
Yeah, like you want to see
more wrestling for everyone.
Yeah. So now let's see. We'll talk a little OVW a little later on. We'll talk GCW first. Let's kick into the thick thing. GCW.
JBL's taking it over.
We're taking over. So this is where the big boys play, eh? Listen to the adjective. Play.
I don't play. I still think that's dope. I still think that whole thing, that whole promo, I still think that is so cool the way he did it. I'm like, God damn, that's good. Tell me it's not.
What's funny enough is a good old Kevin Nash is going to be appearing at that OVW show too.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah, go Kevin Nash.
It just wasn't a 16:9 graphic to get. So, oh shit, we got a No Mercy graphic too. Hell yeah.
Oh, whoops.
That's okay.
Fun fact: I cleared out my folder with all of the match graphics in it from like the last 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
So all that was in there was what we put in today, and then what I had yesterday for beards. And I must have forgot to take the No Mercy graphics out. Sorry.
And I like that the same graphic is uploaded 3 times.
Is it? Which one? No Mercy?
No, this one actually. So we're going to kick things off. We got My EU match.
It is.
Yeah. So there's the first one. There's the second one. And there's the third one. You didn't even see it change. I clicked 3 different times.
That's awesome. This match is gonna rule. Stop making fun of me. This match is gonna rule, dude. You know how I feel about my UMass and Megan Bain. They're both awesome. So I have no doubt in my mind this match is gonna be awesome.
The overall presentation of Megan Bain has just been fantastic. Like, she comes across as such a massive deal in GCW right now, coming out as the Mega Sis, the whole like the headgear and all of that. Like, it seems so like larger than life.
It looks out of place.
It almost does, but it seems like it makes her seem that like it almost more important than the show. You're like, you see her and you're like, okay, there's something with her. So like, let's see it. And she can go in the ring. So I have no doubt that these two are just going to put on a fucking clinic. It's going to be great.
So we can skip those 3. That's weird. That one went 3 times. Nothing else did.
There's a couple doubles, a couple triples.
Well, maybe I downloaded it twice. I don't know.
It's possible.
Anything is possible. All right, what's next?
Well, we are missing one. I'll tell you that much, because it was one that I told you that we would talk about before we started recording.
Oh, okay.
So I'll give you a chance to look for that one. Well,
wait. Is it at the bottom?
I'll take a look.
Yeah, some of them ended up at the bottom.
I didn't see it down there, but I'll take it.
Or in the middle.
No, it's not on there.
Well, what the heck, man?
Yeah,
I did this.
okay.
I do this all the time now.
For the GCW World Championship, Mance Warner versus Gringo Loco. Gringo Loco's hometown of Chicago.
Heck yeah. I'm going to need you to start looking over these things before the show.
I will. I'll start doing that. But yeah, I like
that way you're like,
I like this for Gringo.
Thinking on the Yeah, this will be fun. Mance just won the titles. He's seemingly aligned with Steph and Cardona now, and obviously Mance and Steph are dating, which I don't understand why. Maybe that's why he's mad at PCO on Thursday nights. I don't know.
Has Mance shown up on Thursday?
No, but Cardona has, and he's not happy with the old.
I wonder if Mance shows up tonight at the last night at the TNA pay-per-view, because they got Emergence. I think that was on Friday night. I wonder if he shows up there.
That would be interesting. Mancer, you know.
I mean,
have you listened to the podcast that Steph DeLander does? Him and Domesticated Mancer are so much fun. Like, that's such a fun little. She's like, she sold my couch. I was gone. She sold my couch. I loved that couch.
I did listen to the Chris Van Vliet one with Scott DeMore, and that was really good.
Oh, I haven't heard that. Scott DeMore coming back.
Well, he's starting up a promotion, Maple Leaf Pro, based out of Ontario, and the first show is there's some big names signed up. You got Josh Alexander, you got Konosuke Takeshita, I think Kushida, Speedball Mike Bailey, Giselle Shaw. So
we'll
it's like, we'll hype it up closer too. So don't you worry.
That'll be on our radars, as the kids say.
Mm-hmm. We've got Mustafa Ali versus Sidney Akeem, the former Reggie, and Mustafa Ali making his return to Chicago.
Yes, he was. He was here for GCW during that snowstorm, and I think wasn't that the Go Loco match?
Yes.
That was awesome. And like we kind of said earlier, you know, Sidney Akeem's been kind of killing it. Mm-hmm. He's making a name for himself. He's not jumped the shark yet, so to speak, as we talked. So I'm all for this match for sure.
Yeah, I think he's finding a nice little home in GCW because, like, they do have, you know, some luchadors, some high-flying guys that he can work with, so he's not left to his own devices. Yeah. So I think that so far, like, this is pretty much what you want when you're bringing in somebody like Sidney Akeem, you know, like someone who's connecting with the fans, who can still work his style and not like seem so out of place. Like this has been really great for him, I think, so far.
Yeah. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I want to get that graphic loaded yet?
I'm looking for it right now, okay?
Did I not send it over? Of course I did.
I don't think you did.
Fuck,
I don't think you did.
I don't think you did because I'm looking at it. I'll send it over right away. I'll send it over.
Oh, look at that. It wasn't my fault.
We know that from time to time I forget to send over graphics.
It's usually the players making the mistakes. Not today, son. I was like, I know what you're talking about. It's just not there.
Well, you talk about this, and I'm going to send over.
Well, I'll talk about how awesome Brooke Havoc versus Kylie Ray is going to be. That is the second to last graphic you sent me in the Slack chat. This match is going to rule. I like that GCW is involving Brooke Havoc a little bit more.
No, I sent over the graphic.
There's no way.
Yeah, I'll send you a screenshot after that shows I sent it over.
All right. Well, you send it again. I will. You talk about this match now, and I will find this graphic.
Well, I mean,
there it is. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's in there.
Oh no! I cannot stand you. Between you and Mrs. Pluggo, always having to be right. Anyway, you tell me how you feel. Like I said, I'm really excited. Before you rudely cut me off with your gloating, which I respect, power move. I'm super excited to see more Brooke Havoc getting more spots and getting a shine in GCW. It's awesome. And obviously we know just how fantastic Kylie Ray is. I don't think that's any secret.
Like both of these wrestlers I saw them both wrestle at West Coast Pros Queen of the Indies. Brooke Havoc coming up short against the great Sakuya, and Kylie Ray losing in the first round to Masha Slamovich. But I'm liking Kylie's just throwing herself right in there, like with the thick of things, like taking on all like the younger up and coming wrestlers too, who are like vying for the spot that she holds, because like she's a name. She can go in the ring. Yeah. She always delivers, and like she's always smiling. So I mean, why not? But
she's the best. She's the absolute best.
She's putting it on the line, and like she's taking on all challengers, and Brooke Havoc's going to step up to the plate, and you know that she's going to deliver, and these two are going to show up. They're going to put on a hell of a match. I'm hyped for this one. I think they are going to deliver.
Wait for it. Deliver.
Now
it's in there now.
It is, but we're not getting there yet. Next up, boom. Blake Christian, it was nice knowing you. You're going one-on-one with Zilla Fatu.
Yeah, sorry, Blake. You used to be our fan favorite. You used to be our boy, but Zilla has taken the world by storm. We Zilla stand out. Good luck, buddy. You're going to need it. It's Zilla time.
It's not Miller time. It's Zilla time.
That's right, baby. Zilla Fatu might throw you into the third row. Poor Blake Christian.
Oh,
you hate to see it.
Like, how do you even book this one? Like, there has to be outside interference. There has to be some shenanigans, because like you're not jobbing out Zilla. Like he'll give you a heart. That doesn't work for me, brother. And Blake Christian, I mean, he's one of your top guys.
Yeah. And you know, Blake's probably down for whatever, but even him's like, come on, I can't, not 30 seconds. Come on. No. Come on, guys. I was a former GCW world champion.
Yeah. I'm all heart.
You guys, I didn't even lose the belt. I'm all heart.
So what if I went to NXT for a cup of coffee? I'm back.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, exactly. I can't wait for this match. Now
it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna rule.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, now I see what happened because there was also this graphic, but Kylie Rae's not wrestling twice, so I don't think Maki Ito is going to be there. I think she's still recovering.
That's disappointing. That's
disheartening. That is disappointing. I miss Maki.
Maybe Kylie's pulling double duty. I do too.
Maybe.
I know. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe. I need her to come back and take over the MDK gang. But anyway, I digress.
John Wayne Murdoch versus Ciclope.
Are you crying? Because I am too. I am too.
What's
I don't have. I refuse to put the graphic on the screen, but let's see. So they broke up.
Oh,
but we still have this graphic to always remember the good times as we go on. We remember all the times we asked what's in the backpack. I'm so sad. I saw that. I texted you immediately and was like, what the shit is this? Like, come on. So now he draws John Wayne Murdoch. He's fired up. He's mad, but I have a feeling somebody's going to come out and involve themselves in said match. John Wayne Murdoch will get the win, and I don't like it.
If there's not a video package before this match with Ciclope and Miedo Extremo set to see you again, then I don't even know what we're doing here.
Family.
I've got friends.
What's in the right? That means maybe he'll bring the backpack back. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't his decision.
It was Miedo Extremo. No, bro, you can't bring out the backpack. Now Ciclope is going to bring out all of his luggage, his carry-on, his fanny pack.
Fun fact: Barack is airing us up on social media right now. Friday, an hour before LPW 29, Barack Ronnie's in the locker room just flaming us on Twitter. Listen, Barack, it's not my fault, okay? I guarantee, I promise it, starting at the LPW 30, the written articles will be back. I've had a couple goofy months and things have kind of gone haywire with me being sick and just some other stuff. So I will get back into the rightful swing of things next month and make sure that happens for you, Barack Ronnie. Okay. I promise.
Hopefully we will be celebrating a big Paralira win.
I don't know, dude. Illa Tribe. Hopefully when I'm sitting here tomorrow, Illa Tribe has gotten their debut win. Anyway, we digress.
Illa Tribe delivers. So
we'll see.
We'll see. So, now that we've got the Ciclope Miedo graphic on, for the GCW Tag Team Championships, Violence is Forever versus Mother Father. Now, question: does anybody of former WWE history interfere in this match?
Yes.
Oh,
Chris Masters.
Fuck. Dude can still go. Like, I think he's the
Vladimir Kozlov is showing up.
Vladimir's he's in TNA.
Vladimir Kozlov's in TNA?
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Okay. I used to think that dude was so cool when he come out to no music and just kick ass and leave, and then it flamed out really fast.
Yeah, I think he's Oleg Prudis over in TNA.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good for him. I watched TNA. I don't remember seeing him. Oh, it could be. Anyway.
You're missing out.
I must be. Maybe we'll get Kiwi. He'll come back.
Now you're just teasing me.
Kiwi versus Effie. Ernest the Cat Miller. Jason. What was the one dude that fought on the Nitro or the Greed? Jason Jett.
Yeah.
Jason Jett will come back. Who knows, man? All I know is I actually can't believe I'm about to say this. And it's no knock on Violence is Forever because they're one of the favorite tag teams in the world, but I think it's time. I think it's time. I think it's time, Mother Father. It's done. Mm-hmm. And I think not because, again, I don't think that they're fantastic. I just they've had it for a little while. I think there's some other stuff that they could do there, and it could be time to put the tag titles on because, again, if you're going to bring in these old school wrestlers, they need tag partners, man.
They do.
JBL just going one-on-one with Effie, it doesn't excite me as much as JBL and a mystery partner going up against tag team champions mother father.
JBL and Orlando Jordan for
Yeah, that's right. JBL brings Orlando Jordan back. Some of those other people that they tried. What was the one?
He's in the Bashams, and then they do a 4-on-4 against. Yeah.
A couple weeks back, I did a podcast talking about the Bashams were part. It was the what was it? Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank on the name of the show, but it was when Vince and Stephanie did the daughter dad I Quit match. The Bashams were on that thing. Those dudes are wild, dude. I think it was like No Mercy 05 or something crazy like that.
The Bashams were feuding in OVW at the time, but then were brought up as a tag team in WWE, just not caring about anything going on in their
No, because the universe is the universe. But yeah, give me JBL and the Bashams versus Thrunt or Thrusty
I'm into that.
Yeah.
So let's see. What else do we got here for GCW? We'll finish up GCW, then we'll wrap up we'll do some tidbits, preview some more shows. Here we go. It's our boy Broski Jimmy versus Alec Price.
That's a good one. Yeah. I like that. We love Alec Price here. Broski Jimmy's awesome too. So give me that. Yeah, that'd be a fun match.
Yeah, I'm into that one. I mean, Broski Jimmy, you know what you're getting with him. He'll always he always comes out, he's delivers in the ring. You're not getting 5-star bangers, but the dude is solid in there. The matches are always entertaining that he's in.
100%. I agree.
Now, last but not least for GCW, we have the One Called Manders and Sawyer Wreck versus Bang and Matthews. Now, I have to ask because there was a lot of discourse around romantic comedies today in our Slack chat. We're talking about our favorites. Talking about some that maybe aren't romantic comedies, but are still, very good movies.
Is that a shot at my pick?
No, Cool Runnings is a very romantic comedy.
Yeah, it's a romantic comedy about bobsledding. Anyway, if Sawyer Wreck, go on.
If Sawyer Wreck and One Called Manders starred in a romantic comedy, what would it be called?
Ooh. You're gonna have to let us know in the comments, but
yeah,
the Bloody and the Beautiful, Blood Thicker Than Water. I don't know. You'd have to come up with what's some you got mail, you got nails, because they're hardcore.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think there's potential there. I mean,
Sleeper Hold in Seattle.
If only the show was in Seattle. Chokehold on my heart in Chicago.
When Lariat met Sally.
Oh, there we go.
Dude, I'm just coming up with these off the top of my head.
That's okay. They're clicking. I'm here for it.
I'm here for that.
If you have a name, drop it. Let us know if there's any. Yeah. We'll relay the good ones. If they're not good, we won't. Yeah. Well, that'll just be between
mine. We'll just cut all of mine out. Throw them away.
Maybe. But what's now another good one.
51st Staples.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're hardcore, man. They're a hardcore duo. They're a hardcore couple. Give me them versus Manser and Steph, dude. Give me that. Battle of the indie hardcore power couples. That would be fun.
I'm into it.
We're hardcore. We'll take both of them on.
Okay. That was GCW. That's going on tonight. Now it's everyone's favorite, little segment of the show, Blairs Tidbits, where I drop Blairs Tidbits. Do. Now we got to record you singing that so we can put that behind this. Cool. Now, just, upcoming matches, stuff to look forward to. And a lot of these shows we do preview closer to, but always like to keep you in the loop of what gets announced. So
what's coming up? Keeping you in the loop.
Roseland has a massive show coming up. We've talked about some of them. We will preview it closer to Kylie Ray versus Xia Zhao. Now, the former Xia Li really putting herself out there on the indies, and I love to see this. It's not just doing one and done, or just like that. She did West Coast Pro, she's doing Prestige. I'm sure we'll see a whole lot more of her, and I'm here for it. Like, I want to see what she can do. Like, hell yeah, let's show out.
Yeah, like I said last week, these people that didn't wrestle much in the main promotion are wanting to get out there and scratch that wrestling itch. Wrestlers want to wrestle. It's one of those art forms where like you don't get over by not doing anything.
No, you got to put yourself out.
Nobody gets into wrestling to go, I'm just going to hang out in the back. That's fine.
Just going to chill.
I'm just going to chill. No, she wants to hit that ground running. Kylie Ray's a great opponent to have at Roseland. They're going to have a killer match, and she's hopefully going to do a lot more stuff.
So we got 2 GCW show announcements here, matches. First off, Zilla Fatu versus Matt Tremont at Game Changer Wrestling Aura, Friday, September 20th.
R.I.P. Matt Tremont.
Yeah, it was nice knowing you. And
you're getting zillified.
Now we got Madman Pondo, Too Tough Tony, and Briar Wellington versus Thrunt.
Yes,
that's
more Thrunt the better.
That's going to be in 2 weeks at Harpo's in Detroit.
I'm just happy Sawyer Wreck is back. Did I say that earlier? No, I did not. I'm happy she's back from injury. She's killing it.
Yeah.
She's one of my absolute favorite wrestlers on the planet because she always looks like she's having the best time no matter what they're putting into her forehead. She's always smiling. I love it.
Still holding on to the Sawyer Wreck will be GCW World Champion before the end of the year.
I'm in on that.
Just saying it.
Brett, I know you're watching. Make it happen.
We also got for Blitzkrieg Wrestling, Friday the 13th. That's September the 13th. Cruel versus Effie. Cruel, you may be familiar with. He wrestled a lot in MLW. He's the current IWTV champion. Him and Effie are going to be facing off.
And his chest looks like Effie's jacket.
It does. His chest is a little frightening, actually.
Yeah, that looks like he should go get that checked out. But hey, I digress.
C4 has a couple big announcements happening in September. First off, at Your Next, we got the C4 Championship, Junior Benito versus Evil Uno. And I told you we were going to talk about the Butcher. We got the Butcher versus Mike Marston. So huge opportunity.
Mike Marston looks like he could be a butcher too.
Maybe they're going to open up their own little chop shop.
Marston's Butcher.
Yeah, there you go.
Butcher shop.
We got Defy has a show.
I'll work there as a former butcher myself. I will work there.
There you go.
For a little bit less than you'll pay the other guys, just to hang out and talk about Warp Tour.
Defy has 3 shows coming up. The one November 9th, DDT and Defy doing a joint show. Nice. We've got November 10th with DDT, Tokyo Joshi Pro, and Defy doing a 3-pronged event. And then, last but not least, is Tokyo Joshi Pro doing one on their own on November 9th. So
you want to talk about Warp Tour Bright Eyes. I would follow you into the dark.
Yeah, isn't that anyway, Bright Eyes?
We can get real emo with it. That's the only one. That's the only Bright Eyes song I know, but it's a good one. It's real emotional.
Winnipeg Pro Wrestling, the promotion that I do commentary for, has an upcoming show September 14th. On the way to the Rumble at the Bird Show, you can see Diablo Azteca versus Lince Dorado making his WPW debut. This will be up on YouTube later on.
What are you going to ask him?
I don't know. I don't know.
How do you feel about Bright Eyes, Lince Dorado?
Do you like Bright Eyes?
Why do you ask? Pluggo wants to know. What's a Pluggo?
Now, you may be wondering why this graphic is up. Well, the West Brawl Show is available now up on IWTV. So you can go there. You can check it out. You can also go check out the entire back catalog of incredible LPW shows. While you're at it, you can check out the LPW Patreon if you're feeling a little nasty, and check that out because there's some incredible content up there as well. You don't want to miss out.
Why does TFA look like Spencer's not giving her tough enough challenges? She's just like, come on. Easy dubs. Easy dubs. Easy ups.
The Beast Mortos is announced for West Coast Pros Tulsa Clash. That's October 25th. I am a big fan of the Beast Mortos. He should be the champion of the world. So that's all I'll say at that.
Fair enough.
And we also have upcoming show, some wrestler announcements for Expect the Unexpected, Marcus Mathers, All I Want 3. This is Thursday, September 26th. We've got Speedball Mike Bailey announced, Robbie Eagles, Kylie Ray, the Independent Wrestling World Champion Cruel, and Joey Janela. So that's something to look forward to, you know.
Friend of the show, Joey Janela.
And
that's a good card too. Shout out Marcus Mathers, bro. You haven't even announced matches yet.
Oh, it's just guys showing up. So like that's exciting.
Yeah.
I think that's it for tidbits.
That was Blairs Tidbits. Beep boop bop doop doop boop. Slam poetry.
Cynthia.
Bits. Titto bits. Died for your Cynthias.
Tiddo biddies.
Titto biddies. Oh man, we're gonna get canceled hard.
Okay. Now we were talking OVW. They got a show happening tonight. It is going to be up on Triller, if I'm not mistaken. Kevin Nash is going to be there. You know who else is going to be there? He's not going to be at GCW. He's going to be at OVW for Fight Night. JBL's appearing.
What a goofy JBL picture. That does not look like JBL at all. Like I'm sitting
at all.
Like I sit back and then I come like I'm doing this right now, trying to get different angles. Like, put it back up. That is not JBL, dude. There's no way that's JBL.
It looks like they took a picture of an action figure.
Yeah.
And they used that.
Al Snow, you still run OVW, right? You had to be like, JBL, send me a real picture. Is this a rib?
Send me your media package.
Yeah. But hey, he's going to be there. Kevin Nash is going to be there. That's cool if that's what you're into.
Yeah, we'll run through a couple matches just so you know what to expect. If you're wondering about Kevin Nash, there he is. You're also getting the Boogeyman. You're getting Victoria. So, there's a wide variety there to go check out. And you get all the incredible. So, we have a tag team table match between Beaches and Cream versus Super Z and Shira. Beaches and Cream is such an incredible name. I need Beaches and Cream versus Aqua Adventures in a heartbeat.
Yes. And Beaches and Cream sounds like a drink, like that you would just get on the beach. Be like, hey, give me 2 Beaches and Creams. And then you just get, you dig a hole and get drunk on the beach.
Just sitting in the recliner all day.
Yeah, don't bother me. I got my Beaches and Cream.
There is a 10-man lethal lockdown match. You got Cal Hero, Luke Curtis, Jack Vaughn, and Tuscan Chains versus the Revolution. I see Andreas John Ziegler there and a handful of others. So, look, 10-man lethal lockdown. You're going to get some violence in there. You're probably going to get some blood. So, there's some potential here to see maybe to see something fun and exciting. Plus, Jack Vaughn and his mustache.
Is that not Boris?
That is not Boris. That is Jack Vaughn.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
There's a few other matches too, but pardon me, it's a little parched. Competitors haven't been announced. Like there's a women's match as well that they had like a massive gauntlet for last night, or Thursday night, but the graphics haven't been done up yet. I'll take a quick peek on their socials just in case. But I didn't see it when I checked before we started recording today.
Oh, we're just dropping the ball today on things that we are not checking.
No, we're not.
Does that add to our charm and appeal? Is that we're really unprofessional?
No,
or are we just so unprofessional that it loops back around to just uber professionalism?
It's uber professionalism.
Heck yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so look, there's some fun there. There's a lot to take in,
noteworthy for sure.
Yeah, if you want to check out something different, OVW's got their show. Hit it up. At the very least, you can go back and watch The Wrestlers up on YouTube or on Netflix, the documentary they did.
I haven't seen that yet. I heard it was good.
It's not bad.
Okay.
You got Freya the Slayer there. You got
Hollywood Haley J, I think, was there.
Hollywood
Cal's there.
There was also Layla Gray, who's now with AEW and Top Flight.
Yeah,
she was there. So there's some there. So we got that. We also have coming up for Beyond Wrestling, Robbie Eagles versus TJ Crawford. That is happening tonight. It's going to be up on IWTV. I think they show them live, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe Beyond goes live, yes.
Yeah.
I think in my history with Beyond. To my history with Beyond.
It was just nice to just throw in a couple different promotions just to kind of talk about what they got going on. So Robbie Eagles, TJ Crawford, big fan of Robbie Eagles taking more North American indies and just getting more experience doing that. Like, you like to see that, especially with someone who's been overseas for so long.
I agree.
We've got Donovan Dijak versus Anthony Green. Dijak is he's someone who's kind of taken the whole indie aspect and really putting himself out there. Like, he's taken it as much as he could, but he was someone who, like, the indies were his home before he ended up going to NXT, because he was doing Ring of Honor. He was doing all these different promotions.
Yeah, and I like that. I think, again, I don't know how it works per se, with the finances and how you go about bookings and stuff, but I would imagine first 90 days, like that 90 days after, you have to wait it out, you get that return. It's just, maybe I don't want to say cash grab in a negative sense. I just mean, like, go get all those bookings. You're hot, your name is fresh, go grab them, see what you like. And then it's like a Mustafa Ali didn't immediately sign somewhere. He did a massive indie run, kind of got his feet wet, did the whole presidential run tour, and then he's now at Impact, kind of doing his thing and still getting to do his indie stuff too. So you could still have that financial stability while just absolutely, getting that itch. Like we talked to Xia Li. I love it. I know that it's a terrible day every time we talk about, releases, especially in the big companies, because, people's livelihoods and things like that. But it's so cool to see them just come back, reinvent themselves on the indies, and ultimately a lot of them make it back to a contract or TV or whatever they want. They usually make it happen. So I love it.
Yeah, I mean, Mustafa Ali just like hanging out with the Prime Minister of Canada, Matt Viviani. So you like to see that. United Nations.
By the way, I could listen to you and Viviani talk for days. That was a great interview you did with Viviani.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm still a little bummed that the Prime Minister doesn't have time for Pluggo, but that's okay. That's okay.
Maybe one day he'll join us on here.
He was on Beards. He was a lot of fun. Him and Larry Woods became best friends on Between Two Beards. They did. We accidentally double booked both of them, and we're like, oh no, we told Larry he could come on, but we got Matt coming on, and I'm like, let's just run it and see what happens. And they became like the best friends. It's awesome.
Now, get Larry and IWS Canadian Championship.
Right. We did the idea of Larry and Matt wrestling as a tag team in LPW. Lumberjack and the Prime Minister just chopping fools. Like, but hey, we'll see what happens.
We called cross country.
Yeah, hey, there you go. That's good.
Not bad, eh?
East Coast, West Coast unite. I'd love to see Larry Woods in a IWS match. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Him and Tabernacle, the team.
Gavien versus Gabby Forza, the mightiest gnome. And we got two more to get through because we're getting short on time.
Yeah, we're talking a bunch today, or at least I am.
Cruel, the IWTV World Champion, going one-on-one with Marcus Mathers, who we talked about earlier, putting on that show. And we also got Teddy Goods versus Thomas. So, look, there is some solid action going on Saturday night.
Goods with the Z.
Whether it's GCW, whether it's OVW, whether it's Beyond, and then there's still everything else you can watch. There's a lot of shit to go through.
Yeah, so you'll hang out with us right now this morning. You're hanging out with us, pre-recorded. Sorry, you're chilling. Then you go bash it for Lynn. You knock that out if that's your thing. Take a little nappy, get a little food in you, little siesta. Independent wrestling all night long. Throw some AEW Collision in there as well if you'd like. Cool. You're set.
Like,
it's a nice little Saturday.
There's a good weekend of wrestling. Like, then that's not talking about the LPW show that went on last night.
No.
That was up on IWTV, and you know how fast they are at editing. Like, by the time this show is done, it's possible that it's already up on IWTV. I
think Spencer edits as soon as the match ends. He just starts.
He's just sitting at the bar, just editing.
Yeah, he does not leave the rec room for 14 days.
He gets the shows updated when he hops on a brunch after an LPW show. He's still actually at the rec room. He's in the office there.
He's just hanging out. He's just partying.
He's vibing.
He never stops us. He's a crazy person.
So that there's a lot of wrestling to check out. Hopefully you will be able to get in there, check some out. If you do, let us know what matches you like, what really like just turned your crank and got you going, got you jacked up, got you fully torqued. To get that in there. Or
the fully torqued match of the week, let us know in the comments.
The fully torqued match of the week on 4 Exposure.
What match had you half torqued?
If you watch,
Meltzer has his star rankings. We have our torqued rankings. Guy was 5 torqued for that one.
4.5 torques.
4.5. Oh God. That graphic's gonna be epic.
Yeah, now we're getting done. Okay. If you watch something, let us know. If we're still on next week, we'll relay those to you. If we get canceled, then if they decide we're not doing any more, then I'm sorry. If you went to a local show, hit us up. Let us know how it went. You know, what matches really like got you going, what you liked about it, what you didn't like. Tell us all that stuff. You know, hit us up on Twitter, hit us up on the socials, you know, let us know. We'll relay all that. So we're gonna wrap things up. We're gonna wrap things up. You know?
Wrap it up, B. You gotta wrap it up, B.
Wrap it up.
I love that. I watched that the other day. I watched Chappelle's show the other day that came on, and I was like, "Oh, the wrap it up is so." Are you sure? Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Wrap it up, B. And you're like, "Oh man."
Okay. Did you ever see like they did Chappelle's show season 1, season 2, and then they did like the Lost episodes, which was like 2 episodes. They did the one skit of the one like senator guy or whatever who was like the candidate who did the Pyah!
Yeah, Pyah! So I go home to my wife and I'm like, Pyah! Oh yeah. I was a Chappelle show stan.
Yeah, me too. It didn't age well at all though. Didn't age well.
Not at all. But nothing ages well, really. Yeah, we're out of here. Anyway, you can find us, like he said, at 4 Exposure Pod on Twitter. You can find me at Pluggo _ on Twitter. You can find me at Pluggo on everything else. You can find me Thursday nights between 2 beers with JPJ right here on Love Wrestling. You can find an interview. So I've got up right now with JPJ from SummerSlam with Braun Breaker, Bailey, DIY. We're missing another one. Gunther, I just posted about it today. I've got interviews right now up at Bash in Berlin preview with Wheezy Blonde. That was a lot of fun. Please check that out.
Lil Wayne.
Oh, sorry, with Lil Wayne right now. Okay. I should have said that. But then I also got one with Gigi Ray as well. That's still kind of got some good stuff in it. It's about the West Edmonton Mall that's now live on our IWTV. So if you want all that stuff, it's right there on Love Wrestling.
Dude,
and at B2 Beards is the socials for Between 2 Beards. I always forget something on Thursdays. I always forget 4 Exposure.
Okay. I won't hold it.
I cut JPJ off mid his plugs. And I go, oh yeah, by the way, 4 Exposure 10 o'clock Saturday. He's like, why do you keep forgetting it? I go, I do too much stuff, man.
Yeah, you're everywhere. Love to see it. Love to see it.
I also, you could promote what we did this week.
Oh yeah, because you can find me up. What do you mean? You can find me up on all social media, Graymaker Wrestling Podcast. We recorded an episode of the Graymaker Wrestling Podcast where we took a look at ECW One Night Stand 2005, an incredible show. lots of promos. Like if you love promos, this is the show for you. Like, you know, a solid Rob Van Dam promo, solid Paul Heyman promo. Like there's an hour of talking right there. So you're
Stone Cold Steve Austin drinking with the whole roster promo, Eric Bischoff promo, JBL promo, Kurt Angle promoed, this crowd promoed, Joey Styles promoed, Orlando Jordan just has mouth open for 3 hours. It was epic. It's such a good time.
That's up on all podcast rating platforms. Like I said, Great Make Wrestling Podcast for all social media. Here every weekend with this gem doing this show. We love it. We love that you join us. So thank you so much for checking us out. We appreciate it. I'm just looking for the outro right now. I found it. So hope you guys have a great weekend. Let us know what you're able to check out.
We're so good at this.
We are. Peace in the streets.